Hi guys, so now I'll be showing you a game which I played against a random opponent named Isroy. His rating is 978, a little more than mine. And this was a 10-minute game, a rapid game. So this I played this game exactly after I posted the previous video. Exactly after that, I wanted to play some chess, and I came to chess.com. I just played this game randomly, and then it turned out to be the best game I ever played. I'm so happy to play this, and my opponent was very strong too. If you check at the game report, you can see the accuracy of my accuracy in the game is 97.8. It's so high. Accuracy means it's a comparison whether the moves that I played and the moves that the computer shows is equal or not. So 97.8% is mine. Mine is equal, and again 87.3 of his is equal. Anything above 80 is so high. So he got 87, which means he also played very well. And you can see when I scroll down, you can see like this area shows us how much good moves you play, how much excellent moves, how much okay moves, how much mistakes, and how much blunders. You can see my opponent hasn't played any blunder, zero blunders. I didn't make any mistake also, so that's why my accuracy is so high. He just made two mistakes. So mistakes doesn't necessarily make a player lose the game. Blunders obviously makes them lose. So, but in this game, he didn't make any blunder, but I still managed to beat him. It's like a very high level chess in this. Like both me and my opponent played, but still I managed to win. I'm so happy to be playing this game, and there is a move in the middle. Like it's probably my best move ever. That's why I wanted to make this video. So I will be taking you through the game as fast as possible. So the analysis. Okay, this was the first move. He was white, I was black. He played the first move with the king's opening, and the game continued like this: knight, knight, and knight to c6. So this sort of an opening is called as Petrov's defense. It's a very stable opening. And one more thing I want to say: you see this bar on the left side. It's a bar that shows the whether how much uh, a person is winning. So now currently it's a very drawish position, like both I and my opponent is winning. That's why the bar shows correctly at the middle. As the game progresses, the bar will move up and down. It shows who is more likely to win. So if the bar moves still like very close to the top here, which means black is winning, and the bar moves very to the bottom here, it means white is winning. So currently nobody is winning. It's a very drawish position. Okay, and the game progressed. These all are very standard moves. You can see the bar is only moving a little bit, which means nothing. It's a very drawish thing. It's very standard. He castle. I took my bishop out. He took his pawn out, and I castle. So till here it's all book moves. It's all standard moves that are already known, that are played so many times in not only in chess.com but in the entire chess world. And the game progresses. He plays a good move. It's all good moves. Me and him. There's no not even an inaccuracy. It's all the best or the good moves. Game progresses. He comes forward. I do this. It's okay. He comes back. I take the pawn forward. Next. Yeah. So now he takes my knight. It's totally fine. I just take his knight, so it's equal material. Yeah. And then I played this move. Sorry, he played this move, and I played this bishop to b7. It's a little less likely that you would might have thought this move at this point because you might not be knowing the reason for that. Well, if you are an experienced player, you would be knowing that the reason is because the bishop is in this main diagonal. So the bishop itself is controlling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares. So that's why keeping the bishops in the long diagonal is usually usually said to be very not so very strong, but it would be advantageous in as the game progresses. So that's why I kept it here. Next, he plays this. Yeah, that's one of the best moves possible because he's blocking my way, and he's also keeping his bishop in the diagonal, which is a very good thing to do. So still you can see that the bar is in a drawish position. There is nobody who is completely winning. It goes okay. Now I played the move pawn takes pawn. Yeah, this was the a slight turning point in the game. He can take with this pawn as well as this pawn, but and out of which he chose this pawn. Okay, so it shows as a mistake. Yeah, it is, and you can see the bar also has gone down. It doesn't show that black is winning, but black is better in this position. He might should have taken with this pawn, whereas he took it with this. Okay, now can you understand why black is better now? What does black play? What do you play as black? You can even pause the video and think. Okay, so the reason is because you can see the rooks and this rook is on the same file, so I can just move this bishop to a check and hang my bishop. And then after like the black white has two options. He can take with the king or with the rook, but whatever he plays, I take his rook. So out of these two moves, he chose the rook move, which the engine says means the computer says it's a good move, and he played that. And as usual, I took the rook. So basically here I am just so I took a soldier and I took a rook, but he took only my bishop. So basically I am 3 points above him, but still it doesn't mean that black would win this. It's still a kind of not drawish, but still a kind of normal position. And okay, now this is the second turning point. I told right, he didn't play any blunder in this game. He made mistakes though. One mistake we already saw, the pawn move. So now comes the next mistake. I mean, it's not a mistake. I mean, it is a mistake, but why? Like he saw here that his rook and my queen was on the same file, so he wanted to attack my queen. What did he play? He played the move knight to d4. That's what he played, and it shows right. It shows as a mistake, and also my bar has gone up. How is that possible? I mean, if I take with the knight, he will take my queen. If I take with the pawn, he will take my queen. He fooled me. But still, why does the bar show that I'm winning? Because there is only one move at this position that makes me winning. I mean, what would you can even pause the video and think, what is the move? There's only one move that makes me win. What will you do? Will you take the rook and hang your queen, or will you take this bishop and he will take my queen? Then I'll take his queen. Is that what happened? That's possible. That's possible. Even if you play that, it will become a drawish equalist position, which can be seen later on. And then what? Will you move this, escape this queen here or here or here or somewhere over here, or will you just move back the bishop, or will you move the rook here and double the rook in this file? Will you do that? What will you be doing? I'll just pause the video for a second, and you can think, what would you be doing? Well, this is my best move. I'm so happy to get a chance to play this move, and I've already told the move. If you could find it, then congratulations. It's the knight takes knight, and then you sack the queen. You sack this queen. That's it. What will he do? Obviously, he'll take my queen, thinking he'll win. Yeah, he did. He did take my queen. What will I do next? Can you think? Can you think of the move? What I would do? Will I will I take the bishop, or will I take his rook, or will I take his bishop? Okay. Yes, I'll say mine. I took his bishop. Can you understand why what is the use of this thing too? Because if he takes, like I'll show you, if he takes, I mean, he cannot move his queen anywhere, right? He cannot move his queen anywhere because it's pinned with the king, so he can't move. So suppose if he takes my rook, I'll put my knight to here, and for the king and queen, he has to move the king somewhere, and I'll take his queen. That's what that would happen. That's the reason behind all this. So I mean that's it. That's all it is. But somehow after this, my opponent, I think he understood what I meant by this knight move, and he played. I mean, he was a good player. That's why he understood. He played this bishop move for no reason. I mean, to give a check actually, thinking something will happen or just out of luck. But it doesn't do anything. It's just useless. I just take his bishop, and that's it. What will he do next? Yes, he took my rook over there with the queen, and then I forked him. He moved his king, and then I took his queen. What did he do next? He exchanged my rooks. He took my rook, and I took his rook. Now look at the game. There are one, two, three, four, five, six pawns, and he also has six pawns. But along with the six pawn, I have a bishop and a knight. Clearly winning for black. You can see the bar over here. I'm so high, which means I would win the game for sure. And the game proceeds like this. I mean, it's all history. Like it's all science. Nobody can change this after that. It's clearly winning for black. Game moves on. Like king moves, his bishop move. I mean, my bishop moves. I just move my pawn forward. I make a queen. Next, again I make another queen. Yeah, and then he tries to escape thinking he'll get a stalemate, but he didn't. I went over here. He has to move here. I played this queen move. What is the move? What move does he have now? There's one move, king to here. He played that, and I played this, and it's game over. So that's what I want to know. How many of you thought of this move? This move, knight takes knight. How many of you? So that's, I mean, it's the best move I think I've played in my entire life. I've been playing for since December 2020, so it's almost a year now, and out of all what I've played, this is the best one. I hope you liked it, guys. Thank you so much. I would like to know any comments in the comments below. Thank you.